Hey guys, sorry I'm not with ya. I had my wisdom teeth pulled over spring break, and I have what they call dry socket, and I'm in a lot of pain. So because of my medication, I can't drive, so I can't be with you. However, your grades are still going to be due for both yesterday and today's worksheet, and the warm-ups for both days. Okay, so objectives. Students will be able to solve system of linear inequalities today. We're going to look at systems of inequalities, not just graphing. So linear inequalities, where you're shading on one side or the other. The steps are graph a line, determine if it should be dashed or solid, and then shade above or below. There's the greater than sign, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Remember, if there's an or equal to sign, that's a solid line. Without it is dashed. Shading, here's the cheat sheet. If it's a less than sign, you shade below. If it's greater than, you shade above. So let's look at your worksheet. Okay, we're going to be looking at the top of it real fast. Now this is going to look a little bit different than normal because I'm doing this on my tablet, not on the big old whiteboard. Okay, so a system of inequalities is two or more linear inequalities. So we're looking at two of them. The solution to a system of inequalities is the overlapping region. The overlapping region of points that satisfies both inequalities. Let's look at number one. We're going to take this first equation. Remember, we need to move that x over so that we can graph it. So we have y is greater than, it's now negative x minus 1. Okay, so let's graph that line. So we go down minus 1. The slope is going to be negative, so it's going down. Negative 1 over 1, right? 1 over 1. Okay, is this line going to be solid or dotted? Well, there's no line underneath the sign, so it's going to be dotted. Now we have to figure out which side to shade. So we're going to plug in that point 0, 0, right? We plug in 0 for x and 0 for y. So y is 0, greater than. When we make x 0, it's just going to disappear, so we can just do minus 1. Okay, is 0 greater than negative 1? Yes. So we're going to shade on the side with 0, 0. You're shading with a highlighter, but you can just use your pencil. I just want you to see very clearly on what I'm talking about. So we shade on the side with 0, 0. To the next equation, move that x over. So we have a negative y is greater than negative x plus 5. We need to divide them all by that negative 1. So y, remember dividing by a negative switches that sign. Negative 1 divided by negative 1 is a positive 1x. 5 divided by negative 1 is a negative 5. So we go down to the negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. The slope is going to be a positive 1 over 1. Positive means it goes up. 1 over 1, 1 over 1, all the way up. Okay, is this line going to be solid or dotted? It's dotted because there's no line underneath. Now we need to figure out which side to shade. So 0 less than negative 5. Is 0 less than negative 5? No, that's false. So we shade on the other side, on the side that doesn't have 0, 0. Now, here's what I'm going to show you. The region that your solution is not pink, it's not white, it's not blue, it's this purple region. That's where your solution's at, where they cross. Let's look at another. Number 4. We have the x is less than 4, or less than negative 4, okay? So I'll go to the x line and find negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Okay, is this line going to be solid or dotted? Dotted, and we're going to go through x at negative 4. Now, which side to shade? Well, 0 less than negative 4. Is the statement true? 0 less than negative 4? No. So we shade on the side that doesn't have the point 0, 0. So we shade on this side. Remember, that's a dotted line, though, so nothing on it counts, but everything in the shaded region does. Okay, so the next equation, we need to move that 3x over. So we have 2y less than or equal to negative 3x, because we moved it over, minus 2. Divided out by 2. So we have y less than or equal to negative 3 over 2, x. Negative 2 divided by 2 is just negative 1. So we go down to negative 1, that's our y-intercept. The slope is going to be a negative 3 over 2, so it should go down. Down 3 over 2. Down 3 over 2. Down 3 over 2. Up 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. Is this line going to be solid or dotted? It's solid because we have that line underneath it. Now we need to figure out which side we're shading on. So 0, 0, remember that x disappears. So we have the negative 1. Is negative 1 bigger than 0? No, so we shade on the other side. We're going to shade on the side with 0, 0, we shade on the other side. Now remember, your solution is not in the blue, pink, or white. It's in that purple region. That's where your solution's at. All right, next one. Number 5. So we need to move that 4x over. So we have a negative 5y greater than or equal to negative 4x minus 35. Okay, divide them all by that negative 5. So we have y. The sign flips because we divided by a negative. Negative 4 divided by negative 5 is just positive 4 over 5. X. Negative 35 divided by negative 5 is positive 7. So we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The slope needs to be a positive 4 over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this line going to be solid or dotted? It's solid. Now shading above or below. So we have 0 less than or equal to 7. Which is this true? Is 7 bigger than 0? Yes. So we shade the side that does have the point 0, 0. So we're going to shade this side. The side that does have the point 0, 0. Need to move this one over. So we have y is greater than negative x minus 2. That one's done. So you start at negative 2. The slope is going to be a negative 1 over 1. Now is this solid or dotted? It's dotted. Are we going to shade above or below? Well, we have 0 is greater than negative 2. Is that true? Yes, it is. So we're going to shade with the point 0, 0 side. And the solution's going to be that section where they overlap. Okay, that section where they overlap. All right, flip your paper over. Look at number 9. We need to move that 3x over. So we have a negative y less than negative 3x plus 6. Divide them all by that negative 1. So we have y, we divided by negative, so the sign flips. Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is a positive 3. 6 divided by negative 1 is a negative 6. So we started our y-intercept, negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The slope is going to be a positive 3 over 1. So up 1, 2, 3 over 1. Up over 1. up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, and you can go down. Is it solid or dotted? It's dotted. Now which side are we going to shade? We have 0 is greater than negative 6. Is 0 greater than negative 6? Yes, it is. So we shade on the side with the point 0, 0. So we shade that side with the point 0, 0. I'll move this 3 over here. So we have negative y greater than negative 3x minus 2. Divide them all by the negative 1. So we have y, sign flip. Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is a positive 3. Negative 2 divided by negative 1 is a positive 2. So we're starting at positive 2, our y-intercept, going a positive 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. And then go down. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 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 Solid or dotted? It is dotted. Now which side are we going to shade? 0 is less than 2. Is this true? Yes, it is. So we're going to shade on the side that has 0, 0. Shade on the side with 0, 0. Now remember, the solution is not the blue, it's not the pink, it's that purple part where they both cross. So it's between the two lines, any point between those two lines. Next one, we need to move that x over. So we have 2y greater than or equal to negative 5x plus 4. Divided out by 2. We have y is greater than or equal to negative 5 over 2x plus 2. So we go to the plus 2. Remember, it's a negative, so it should go down. Down 5 over 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. And up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. Solid or dotted? It's solid. Which side do we shade? So 0 greater than or equal to 2. Is that a true statement? Nope. So we shade the other side. Doesn't have that 0, 0. So we move that x over here. So we have 4y less than negative x minus 28. Divided out by 4. Y is less than negative 1 divided by 4 is just that, negative 1/4 x. Negative 28 divided by 4 is negative 7. So we start at negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The slope is a negative 1 over 4, down 1 over 4, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, solid or dotted? It is dotted. Which side do we shade? So 0 less than negative 7. Is negative 7 bigger than 0? Nope. So we shade the other side. And it looks like the point where they cross is a little bitty spot at the bottom. All right, the word problem. Sarah's pet store never has more than a combination of 16 cats and dogs. Okay, so X will be dogs, Y will be cats. So all the cats and dogs is never more than 16, because 16 is the biggest number, right? And then she also has never had more than 9 cats. Cats being Y and 9. There's never been more than 9. There can be less, but never more. Here's how you graph it. So you go to 9 on the Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You graph it like normal. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And does all the work. So what this is saying is, now you can see how many cats and dogs they can have. Well, dogs is down here. Cats are here, so they can have 2 dogs and 2 cats, because that point's here. They can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs and 5 cats right here. Okay, so if the point fits here, it works. Good luck.